The Old Testament closes with the promise of return, a whisper of hope for the people of Israel. Then silence. For 400 years, the scriptural narrative goes dark, leaving a void between the pronouncements of prophets and the arrival of a Messiah. These silent centuries, however, were anything but quiet. They were a time of upheaval and transformation, shaping the Jewish world that would witness the dawn of Christianity. Understanding this period is vital to grasping the backdrop against which the New Testament story unfolds. The silence of these years should not be mistaken for inactivity. These were centuries brimming with political intrigue, religious ferment, and cultural exchange. The Jewish people, no longer centered in their homeland, grappled with foreign influences, internal divisions, and the enduring question of their place in the world. This period, though absent from the biblical narrative, reverberates through the New Testament, its echoes resonating in the beliefs, practices, and expectations of the people who first encountered Jesus. The 400 silent years were marked by periods of both oppression and liberation. One defining chapter was the Maccabean Revolt, a fierce struggle for religious freedom against the Seleucid Empire. This uprising, sparked by attempts to suppress Jewish practice and impose Greek culture, ignited a firestorm of resistance. Led by the Maccabee family, the Jewish people fought valiantly, ultimately reclaiming control of Jerusalem and rededicating the defiled temple. This victory, celebrated annually during Hanukkah, resonated deeply within the Jewish psyche. It was a testament to their resilience, a symbol of their unwavering faith in the face of persecution. Yet the victory was not without its complexities. The Hasmonean dynasty, descended from the Maccabees, gradually adopted the very Hellenistic practices they had fought against, leading to internal strife and setting the stage for future conflicts. The influx of Hellenistic culture, a consequence of Alexander the Great's conquests, left an indelible mark on Jewish society. This fusion of Greek and Near Eastern traditions manifested in art, architecture, language, and philosophy. While some embraced these influences, others viewed them as a threat to their ancestral heritage. This tension fueled the rise of distinct religious and philosophical schools of thought. The Pharisees, known for their strict adherence to the law and their emphasis on oral tradition, emerged as influential teachers and interpreters of Scripture. The Sadducees, often associated with the priestly aristocracy, favored a more literal interpretation of the Torah and wielded considerable political power. The Essenes, seeking spiritual purity, retreated to secluded communities, dedicating themselves to ascetic practices and apocalyptic expectations. These groups, each with their own interpretation of faith and tradition, reflected the dynamic and evolving nature of Jewish religious thought during this era. The latter part of the 400 silent years saw the rise of the Roman Empire, a power that would cast a long shadow over Judea. In 63 BCE, the Roman general Pompey conquered Jerusalem, effectively ending Jewish independence and ushering in an era of Roman rule. While Rome generally tolerated local customs and religions, its presence was a constant reminder of Jewish subjugation. Roman rule, however, was not monolithic. Periods of relative peace and prosperity were punctuated by uprisings and tensions fueled by resentment towards Roman taxation and governance. This volatile political climate, coupled with the existing religious and social divisions within Jewish society, created a fertile ground for messianic expectations. The Jewish people, yearning for liberation from oppression and a return to their former glory, looked for a leader who would fulfill the ancient prophecies and usher in a new era of peace and divine favor. It was against this backdrop of anticipation and unrest that the stage was set for the events of the New Testament. Please subscribe to our channel for more insightful content on historical and religious topics.